Today we react to the iPad Kid epidemic made by 4D Shams. Shit, I don't know what this iPad Kid epidemic is, but shit, we got something to react to, so let's get to the video. Damn, you going this crazy over an iPad? Bro, that's your own family member. God damn, chill.
Yo, did this nigga awaken a demon? Lil Kid flung the basket and it looked like he was using telekinesis like Mac.
Damn, this is what he's talking about? Y'all need to chill. God damn, so if your mom was like, use your phone to crash, now you turn to a Super Saiyan or something?
What? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Did this nigga just try to squirt with his own mom over an iPad? Whoa.
Yo, who is Lil Bro feeling like? Lil dude just tried to square up with his mom over an iPad. And he wasn't playing either. There wasn't a lick of remorse in his eyes. He was ready to go to war. All 30 pounds of him was ready to put it all on the line.
Hardcore gay porn.
Oh yeah, I seen this clip, bro. Bro, that's if that's his ass, that's crazy, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I react. If you go to my Instagram, bro. If you go to my Instagram, you will see me react to that clip.
And then you got porn with what the heck? You got porn in here with. This is ridiculous.
Yo, what did this nigga find for him to be speechless? This man is literally stuttering. What decrepit corner of the internet did Lil Dude stumble upon?
If anybody were to see this right now, sir, 12 years old, looking at this kind of sick. This is sickness what I'm looking at. It's not even, it's sickness.
I want to say that I want to know what he was looking at, but
Nigga. Oh, what? Nigga talking about he want to see what he's looking at. Hell no.
based on that reaction, I have a feeling that I don't.
Now, you better tell me the truth. And you better freaking think about your answer. Where did you get the idea to look at this sickness? This is beyond porn. Where? Who gave you the idea? Is it the rap music? Is it the King Von? Because he talks about the sexual and all the nasty stuff that got you looking at this kind of stuff? Think before you answer. Because it came from somewhere.
Rap music.
Yo,
Nigga said probably rap music, nigga. And that, folk, how the fuck is King Von influencing that shit? I already made I'm not really saying much because I already made a reaction towards it on my Instagram. Folk. I already reacted to this clip, but nigga, this nigga really said King Von is the reason why he's doing that shit. This nigga, he's high as hell on. And two, the kid really said, yeah, probably the rap music. Oh my god.
Go lie, I'm not one to necessarily defend King Von, but I've heard enough of his music, I've heard enough rap to know that they not promoting this overly freaky shit that seems to be on his iPad. I'm sorry, but Lil Dude might have a bigger problem on his hands. That shit definitely goes deeper than some rap lyrics. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the iPad Kid epidemic. These little rectangular, time-draining, attention-consuming traps that parents have started using as an easy cop-out to neglect their responsibilities of actually parenting. Kids hungry? Give them an iPad. Kids throwing a temper tantrum? Give them an iPad. Kidney.
This ain't never happened to me. Shit, what the fuck? If like, bro, you mean tell me now these days parents are just giving their kids iPads and they're just okay? But if they take it away from them, they finna fight, like...
To go to sleep? Give them an iPad. You can't be bothered to parent right now? Give them an iPad. Too lazy to educate your kid and actually have some human interaction with them? Drum roll please. Give them an iPad. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of time that little kids are spending on their iPads. There's probably kids out there who are learning the Baby Shark song before they even learn their family members' names. Brief intermission, y'all. I'm here with an opportunity for y'all to make money doing something you sit on your paper. Tester on the screen.
Hey,
I'm talking from the time
though.
they wake up to the time they go to sleep. Mind you, they need that screen time to function properly in the morning, and they need that screen time to go to sleep. And I'm very intentional with my use of the word need, because they need the screen time. They need those iPads. As you'll come to learn by the end of this video, their relationship with those iPads has genuinely become an addiction. And I mean, it's got to the point where it's become a trend for people to make fun of the way that kids sit while they're watching on their iPads. They're always sitting there watching in the most...
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's not even this gen. That's every generation when they was younger, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Kids used to always sit in weird ways when they used to play on their iPads. I used to be like that too. I- Like when I was playing on my mom's iPad, I used to sit in a weird way too. That's just how it is with everybody. I ain't gonna lie.
Awkward position with their bodies contorted in the most
That's how it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie. When you were a kid, you just gonna be doing anything. I can't even say that's. I can't even say that's with this generation, bro.
ridiculous ways. And the thing is, they don't even realize it because they're so entranced by the iPad. And a lot of adults have been finding this funny and they're online competing to see who can capture their kid in the most ridiculous position. But it's honestly kinda sad. Your kid is in a complete trance, completely unaware of their surroundings, and they're usually in this state for hours on end. Their brain just being bombarded with quick hits of dopamine, instant gratification.
Parents don't realize how addicting iPads are when they give them to their children, and we're seeing it in this young child, unfortunately, right now. And there's a lot to break down in this situation. Like, one, the child can't regulate their emotions without having their iPad. They can't find sensory input from their environment without their iPad. They're in a fight, flight, or freeze mode because they don't have access to their preferred item, and they're acting as if they cannot operate in life without their preferred item, which is very similar to signs of addiction. When you don't have your preferred choice presented, you begin to act like this. And screen time is addicting. Research will show it.
And you know the craziest part about this whole thing is, the people who made these technologies, they don't let their own kids use it. These multi-billionaires, their kids don't get this abundance of screen time. Their attention span isn't jacked up. They get to read real books, have real human interaction, become polyglots, which if you don't know what that means, it means a person who speaks multiple languages. They literally do everything in their power to make sure that their kids turn out to be academic weapons. I've even heard that the wealthy have a practice where they hire a nanny who speaks a different language, and they instruct the nanny to only speak that language to the baby, so the baby grows up exposed to multiple languages, and then the baby ends up being bilingual, ends up being a polyglot organically. And look, I already know what some of you guys are probably thinking. Why are you comparing us to these millionaires and billionaires? We don't have the same amount of time or resources to be able to do the same things they do. And look, yes, I hear that, but a lot of the issues I see with parenting nowadays don't necessarily stem from a lack of time or resources. It's a lack of care and effort. Instead of building a nurturing and engaging environment conducive to learning, parents are opting out and choosing the seemingly easier route of throwing iPads at their kid problems. And notice how I said seemingly easier route? Because sure, in that moment, the iPad might seem like a quick fix. It gets your kid to shut up and get off your tail. But you see, what these parents don't realize is that they're missing a lot of these parenting opportunities, those parenting moments where they could be building a relationship with their kid, having conversations with them, teaching them qualities like grit, empathy, patience, charisma. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but parents who
Shit, I mean, they could just. Honestly, bro, being in school is probably going to teach them that, unless they're like one of the quiet kids and stuff, and people come to them, cause that's all you into. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean, shit, they can still learn that at school. I used to be a iPad kid too. Like, that's why I'm not really saying much, bro. But I mean, I see what he's talking about though. But yeah, like, nigga, that's not a now thing. That's been a thing since back then with the iPads and stuff. That's why I'm not really saying much. But I mean, I see what he mean though. It's just like, nigga, when you so you feel tell me when you was a kid, you wasn't playing on no iPad or nothing, or trying to play on your mom's phone and sitting in weird positions and shit on the couch or something, like, bro.
are super active in raising their kids usually end up with kids who are more intelligent and aware beyond their years. These kids end up being able to hold complex conversations early on. They're able to thrive in social settings where adults are present without being nervous. And these kids start developing a mental capacity similar to an adult's early on.
Hi, Miss Tootie.
Hi, Miss Mommy.
I want to have a little interview with you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
If Daddy says no and Mommy says yes, what does that mean?
Daddy, no.
Yeah, good job. That means no, because Daddy said no. Good job. You're so smart.
Thank you. I just have a really strong connection to you, and it feels so good in my heart. And it's just, I don't know, I feel like I just need you right beside me, and I need to actually know that I can go to an...
Okay, so how the fuck did they do that? Wait. How the fuck is they doing this shit? Nigga, like, Y'all got them on like some secret like trainer or some shit. Y'all finna make them like, oh, what the fuck?
I need you.
You just need your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wealthy are doing all these things to ensure their kids' success, while they haphazardly give you access to these devices that are destroying your kids. These devices literally fry your kids' brains. So while they're nurturing their kids to be geniuses, your kids end up with shorter attention spans, poor impulse control, delayed language development, weaker emotional regulation. And there's probably someone out there probably thinking, so what? I mean, they'll learn all these skills by the time they're adults. But what you don't realize is these negative traits translate over to other things. It translates over to them losing interest in low stimulus activities like reading or playing outside. Things like homework just become unbearable because it's so challenging while also providing so little stimulus. For these type of kids, silence often becomes uncomfortable and boredom literally feels painful. They might start developing things like emotional avoidance, having low frustration tolerance. That means they probably won't even be able to complete a task if it's difficult or if it frustrates them. And they also become very dependent on external stimulus. The screen ends up becoming their coping mechanism, their drug. And it's just so sad to see that there are so many parents who are just okay with this. Like, I genuinely want to know where some of these parents got this idea that they can just put the right video on an iPad and put it in front of their kid and their kid is just gonna learn everything from a screen.
Did you know that many big tech executives actually don't let their own kids use the very devices and apps that they built? For example, Steve Jobs famously didn't let his kids use the iPad, and executives from Google, Meta, and X sent their children to low-tech schools where phones and tablets are banned. Well, why do they do this? Well, because they
I mean, it makes sense, but shit, I ain't gonna lie. They finna be crashing out in that school, bro.
know what smartphones and social media can do to the brain, especially after prolonged use. Every scroll that you do on social media lights up your dopamine reward pathway, which is the same system that's triggered by gambling and addictive substances. And the brain learns to crave more stimulation over time and more novelty and more likes. And over time, your prefrontal cortex, which is the part that helps with focus, emotional control, and decision making, gets weaker and weaker at saying no. This is one of the reasons why we're seeing rising rates of inattention, and anxiety, and depression, especially in today's teens, because their brains are still developing and wiring up. And constant digital stimulation is hijacking those pathways. So while the rest of the world gets hooked on screens and social media apps, the people who built them are quietly raising their kids without them. And that should make us ask, if it's not good enough for their kids' brains, why should it be good enough for ours?
These parents don't realize that kids don't just learn words from interacting with people. They also improve their pattern recognition, recognizing things like facial expressions, turn taking, conflict resolution. These are all things that are better learned in practice than from a screen. And I mean, all the negative developmental issues aside, we still have to worry about how inherently dangerous the internet is for kids. Whether it's predator.
I mean, yeah, duh. Like, nigga, you do not know what be on the internet. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, this ain't get some, but do you not know what be on the internet? Like, you gotta put this shit on, like, oh no, like baby mode or some shit. You, like, they can't be on YouTube. You gotta put their ass on YouTube Kids. Like, the shit that be on this internet is crazy.
And scams, or even just the possibility of leaving a
Nigga, look at that video he showed us earlier with, you know, what that nigga talked to that kid talking about. Did King Von showed you this shit? Like, bro, that's an example of that. This nigga discovered that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I ever find out my kid was doing that shit, he's not having an iPad for like a long ass time, for. Cause nigga, what the fuck?
Bad digital footprint. No matter how many safeguards you try to put in place, there's no guarantee that your child won't encounter inappropriate content or dangerous situations online. And I mean, we've seen this play out multiple times in the past, whether it's in Roblox, where a bunch of predators are lurking and game developers are developing these hyper.
Bro, this is why this Roblox idea. They should have stayed. They should not have done this, bro. They should have added these animations, and then they added voice chat too. Like, bro, nigga, this shit is bound to get worse, bro. Roblox should have just stayed how it was like a few years ago.
Sexual games, whether it's inappropriate AI generated videos or predatory videos intentionally made to bypass child restrictions so they can pollute your kid's brain. The possibilities of harm online are ubiquitous. I know it'd be super pretentious of me to sit here and act like I've unlocked the key to modern successful parenting. I don't know what the situation is like in your household, You might be working multiple jobs, barely getting by. So focused on surviving, you can't even parent properly. I totally get it. And the point of this video isn't to judge you. I just want to give parents more perspective. Because as someone who's not in your shoes and who doesn't have kids of his own, that's all I...
No, I ain't gonna lie. Do not let them be on YouTube Shorts. Them AI videos is gonna rot their brain. I ain't gonna lie. All them AI videos they be seeing is gonna rot their brain. They're gonna see they're gonna see how niggas be coming in on YouTube Shorts and shit. That's just and then they finna start speaking like that. Do not let them on YouTube Shorts. If they be on YouTube, do not let them on YouTube Shorts, bro. Please, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie. That shit is, them YouTube Shorts comments are bad. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of proof of what he's saying. I ain't gonna lie. That is definitely proof of what he's saying. Them YouTube Shorts comments, bro.
really can do. And look, I'm not asking you to go full Amish here, but maybe try implementing small changes like screen-free, technology-free meals. No screen time before bed. Boredom without rescue. Genuinely, just let your kids sit there and be bored. Shoot, if they get bored enough, they might even go pick up a book or start meditating. Remember, boredom isn't dangerous. It's where imagination is born and thrives. Encourage them to play outside, hold conversations with them, and don't talk to them like they're little babies. Talk to them like an actual intellectual being. And last but not least, nurture their creativity. And before I wrap this video up, I have to make a huge announcement. I'm dropping my 100K YouTube plaque flicks on Instagram today, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could go to my Instagram.
Alright, shout out to 40 Shams. Yeah, shout out to his Instagram too. But yeah, if you like the video, like, subscribe, follow my socials, and we on the road to 1K.